Well,
you look very cute. I like the brooch.
I'm trying to cover the fact that I have 15 scars under here.
Oh.
And you know, trying to keep my face looking. Yes, I'm a little like B. Arthur, but closer, you know, to Mr. Ed. I'm in that, you know, it is what it is. But hello, welcome to The View. I want to start today by saying, go New York! The Yankees won their 27th World Series title last night. And they were not playing. They went out there and they just tore it up. It was fantastic to watch. So I hope we get some Yankees in the upcoming days. You know, because it'd be lovely to have them here and just, you know, worship at their feet. Especially since Joy is now, you know, turned into...
I was a Yankee fan as a kid in Brooklyn. They used to turn on me for that. But Andy Pettitte, he's the pitcher, right?
Yeah.
Now, I was having this discussion with Steve last night. Isn't he the pitcher? Andy Pettitte?
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you making that face?
Because it's just funny to hear you say someone's name on the field.
I love it.
Hey.
You never say anybody's name on it.
Well, I've been watching, so I know all about that now. So anyway, the Japanese guy can't... What's his name?
Seki Matsui.
He was good. He was good.
He got the MVP last night.
Yeah.
He was brilliant.
But I was having that sort of like a semi-argument with Steve because I said, how come Andy Pettitte... He says, well, you know, he's a great pitcher, but he's 39 years old or something. I said, so what? He said, well, they lose it as they get older. But then I was watching the marathon, and all the women who were in their late 30s, early 40s, they were at the front of the line. So maybe women are more capable in sports than men. That's the conclusion I came to. We get better. But then he said that they have to multitask. They've got to bat. They've
got to run. They've got to do all kinds of stuff. And also, you know, realize how many games they play during a season. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of games. And you only get a couple of good years, really, if you're lucky.
Yeah. You know, it's so funny. You see the refs and the umpires, and they can't show any emotion. And it just gets so, you know, your stomach is all cramping, and they just have to sit there and not...
The manager, too. He's got a real stone face.
Well, there's a lot of pressure. And don't forget, there's a lot of money behind a World Series, too. They've got bonuses in their contracts. This is endorsement deals. I mean, this is a huge deal. And their Phillies have survived a long season. That's a long season.
The team that lost, the Phillies. They had the camera on them. They were good. Very good team. But they show them at the end where the Yankees are all jumping on top of each other in that sort of gay male bonding thing. You know, and the Phillies are just like, they're just moping around.
It's a hard loss.
The World Series.
It's hard. And
there's
they
nothing
won
worse.
last year.
But they're not even pretending like we do when we lose the Emmy.
Oh, really?
They don't even pretend they're happy for the other team. They're like moping around.
Not happy for them.
Yes, they fought hard. Philly did.
Philly had it. It was a great series. I'm just very proud of both, and we're really, as The View, want to say congratulations to both teams for showing great sportsmanship and great game. Now the headlines, okay, is all about the panic of the shortages of the H1N1 vaccine and who should be getting the shot. So here's what I want to know. What the hell? Business Week is reporting that Goldman Sachs and Citigroup already have the vaccine, and there are plenty of little kids on the waiting list, pregnant women who can't get the... What the hell is going on?
Yeah, they said that not only... They said Time Warner, J.P. Morgan Chase, New York Presbyterian Healthcare System, and New York University are some of the other ones that have gotten a lot of these units of the vaccine.
It's just a Goldman Sachs, so when you hear that, you think, okay, now is this the kind of bonus they've been looking to get to? So now they're the ones vaccinated before anybody else.
Do they have people on boards of these that put out the thing?
Companies do this, but I think in a situation like this where the president has called this, you know, a national epidemic and called for these shots, we're still waiting to get shots. People who have small children, people who are pregnant, like Whoopi managed to say, it is just, it's really, it's creepy to me that these people in these businesses
we have to do one thing, because we're not saying Goldman Sachs people are bad.
No.
Because there could be older people, pregnant folks, we don't know. But the idea that companies are able to get this vaccine when you've been scaring us to poop
about the kids and older people.
You know, saying the kids got to get this and the kids, you've got to make sure the kids, and then you take the child to the not the vet.
Sometimes that happens.
pediatrician.
Sometimes it happens.
If the vet's got it.
If the vet's got it, you give them the dog H1N1.
It seems like there should be a hierarchy of need, that you like you said, you've been talking about it and scaring us with our children, versus somebody at Goldman Sachs.
Well, the other thing is that Goldman Sachs has more of the swine flu vaccine than Lenox Hill Hospital. That's what's driving everybody nuts. And Guantanamo, the terror, you have to be a terrorist to get it. They have more of the vaccine than New York does. I mean, what is it? They don't want any flu symptoms when they waterboard them, I guess.
You don't support the Guantanamo detainees getting the H1N1?
Yeah, that's just ironic. It's okay that they get it, but they shouldn't get it before anybody else. That's what I'm saying.
When I called Jeffrey's, the pediatrician, to find out about it, she's like, we haven't gotten it yet, and we're still not sure when we're going to get it.
At some point, somebody has to say, you know what? There are a lot of people who desperately need to get it who are not getting it. And somewhere, Goldman Sachs, shoot up your people, the people that need it. But, there are a lot of little kids out there. Yeah, there are a lot of pregnant people and sick people who really need this vaccine. I do not. I just have the flu.
You think about it. There are a lot of people with, I have an infant, so
you have to have
high risk, haven't been able to find it yet. So this is a situation that is, crossing everybody, but you wonder at a place like a Goldman Sachs if they're going to give it to just the people in high risk categories.
Well, even to call up when I called up about Jeffrey, because they said, there's a waiting list of people to get the H1N1 vaccine, and you have to, they put you on an answer machine, and you have to tell why your child should be, higher up. And I just felt like I'm just, it's just like, he's premature, and he was a pound when he was born, and he's the asthma, and, it's just, I was so nervous, because I'm like, he's Jeffrey's high risk.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I got
Well, that's not all. There are so many things about the H1N1 vaccine people are still confused about. So let's see if we can clear up a few things. H1N1 facts on separate card.
There we go. Let's see.
Hey, we got him. Wait a minute.
We don't really have any of the facts about it.
Here we go.
No. There are three.
Look over here. Terrible.
Honestly, no one really knows. Apparently there was some sort of a recall of H1N1.
It's a very dangerous thing.
That's why they don't let us operate.
Wasn't there a recall of some of the shots that were given, right?
I'm sorry, I was making a joke.
I just thought there was some sort of recall.
Well, I don't know, but H1N1 does...